why this topic matters now. This is a very important topic. Multiples are compressing, buyers are more selective. What does that mean? Well, compressing is all about there's higher interest rates today, there's economic uncertainty, and even though we don't talk about it much anymore, there's actually still a post-COVID recalibration. Um, in 2021, it was a seller's market. Now it's a buyer's market, and buyers have the upper hand. They just have more options before them that give them more control. And then there's also deal volume backlog, and that's why buyers have the upper hand. There's a tremendous amount of backlog in the market, and businesses that are on the market, and then that just simply gives buyers options to be selective. And then when it comes to just that selectivity, what that means really, it's all about a buyer just being picky and where they deploy their capital. They can scrutinize, and they do scrutinize heavier than before, operations, financials, how teams operate, and they just simply avoid companies that are owner dependent. They don't want to deal with messy books. They don't want to deal with companies that have lack of systems. They just simply do not, they choose simply to not deal with those companies at all. So it becomes very important to think of it like this. When the money was cheap, good enough businesses could still sell well. But now, only buyer-ready businesses will command strong offers. So that's important to understand. And that's what you always want. You want a strong offer because you want a premium exit. And at the end of the day, if you really want top value, you can't just grow. You have to de-risk your business. And de-risking is having systems, clean metrics, self-managing, a self-managing company or self-managing team that it's no longer a nice to have, but rather it's really kind of the price of admission to having a premium exit. So just that little background, and want to get into having the panelists address what buyers actually are looking for and the critical questions that they ask.